feet moving straight down the line. Yeah, and somewhere in the middle's just fine. Yeah, somewhere in the middle's just fine.
And we are live with the Los Diablos Podcast. You guys like that little intro?
I was gonna say that was beautiful. I was trying to add sound effects, but I didn't want to ruin it. I was like, I was trying to think of like a fire, like a flame sound effect, like.
It was
like an explosion. I don't know if that.
Sorry.
Yeah, something like that.
Anyway, welcome to the Los Diablos Podcast. We appreciate all of you following along as our followers grow on Instagram and YouTube. Subscribers, thank you very much. If you haven't yet and you have a chance, go follow us on Instagram, subscribe on YouTube. Twitter page hasn't really taken off that much yet because we're focusing on Instagram right now. But anyway, this week we're going to get into some heavy stuff, fellas. Everybody knows that our country has suffered yet another tragedy, terrorist tragedy.
Two in Dayton, Ohio, and in El Paso.
Two of them, two mass shootings. One of them started out. What do you think's wrong with our society right now? Why do we continue to have these shootings where multiple lives are taken and fathers, sons, daughters, wives, unfortunately don't get to come home at the end of the day? So, what do you think?
Yeah, man. I think it starts with the parents. Raise how they grow up, and yeah, man, that's what I think. I think it starts from the home, and of course, like nobody's perfect, whatever, but that's where I think it starts. I think the influence happens from there, and then it pushes. There's no guidance or something like that, dude. Because these things don't happen overnight. The guy just doesn't pick up a gun and start shooting people. Like this is a thought out thing. So it's like, I don't know, man. Just someone not looking after these people, and who is he talking to, or what is he searching? Or there's too much, I feel like there's too much access to things, but at the same time, like, it's a double-edged sword, like, that's good to have, but at the same time, that's bad, because without direction, you're just gonna look at anything, you know, and you're gonna buy into that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So,
I think it's like that, man. What's crazy is that like a white supremacist from Texas shot up other Texans. You know, like, just as much as Dayton, Ohio. Like, it's like, bro, like, you know that Hispanic people populate at least a portion of Texas. You know what I mean? Like, and you're saying that you hate Hispanic people or Mexicans? Like, it's like, dude, who pointed you in that direction and said that was a good idea? I honestly don't know. I don't.
I think I could answer that question, and it kind of goes back to what I think is the major problem, and I think we have a foundational cultural issue. You know, the right's going to say it's, you know, whatever, mental health or whatever, they're going to dress it up as a partisan issue. The left is going to dress it up as gun control, which, you know, I don't think neither side is necessarily wrong. I take major issue in how they turn it into a partisan issue, use it to get votes.
Retail politics, yeah.
That fundamentally, to me, feels really awful and nasty that, you know, these people's lives are going to be used as like a way to get votes, and that feels gross to me. It doesn't feel good at all. But our culture is so divided right now. You know,
how long has that happened? When did that split start happening? You know what I mean?
Going on for,
I think it's been there forever. Yeah, you know,
going on for decades.
So that's what I'm hearing you, and I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, like, the social divide, this thing has been happening for so long. What are, you know what I mean? Like, how are people not changing it? You know what I mean? Like, people like to talk about things, but they never come up with a solution. They just talk about it.
Don't forget, man, like, big media outlets.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's all about money. It's all about views, attention, clicks. And it's going to be the polarized topics or the polarized narrative about a topic that's going to get the attention and get the more revenue and everything. Exactly like Alex was saying. Obviously we share that. We can't stand when people, polarize something and with an issue like a mass shooting, this group of people says, oh, it's all about the guns. It's all about this. The other group of people says, oh no, it's mental illness. It can't be the guns. It's got to be this. And it's just an awful mix of several things that all play a part. And like Alex was saying, when people, when they push that sort of, when they push a narrative about that situation, it's gross. It's dishonest and it's nasty.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I hear you.
Well, and live,
like I said, I'm just,
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, do it. Yeah, do your thing.
We live in a culture, where anybody can hop on, like you've said so many times before, Austin, this little device in our hands is basically a mini laptop, So I can hop online and find 500 other idiots who are like, oh yeah, now that I think about it, Texas really is overrun by Mexicans, so somebody really should do something about that. Well, dude, you go to a Walmart and you're shooting your fellow Texans. So, A, you're a terrorist, and B, you're being so counterproductive, but it doesn't matter. In their minds, they're gaining this fame or this infamy or this legacy of, hey, I'm going to go down as the guy that, was a white supremacist. I'm standing up for my race, which, by the way, I'm white, Mac's white. That guy is not a part of my white culture. We all grew up in a border town. Our high school is 95% Hispanic. I saw so many things today on Facebook, like, again, it's all what the left or the right narrative is pushing. For example, I saw one that was like, all these white skinheads, they just don't care about anybody, they only care about themselves. And then I saw, a handful of like white people that live in Texas that are like, oh, this isn't about the guns, we don't blame cars when people die in car accidents, but at the end of the day, it's like, you guys are being so polarized, you're just receiving all of this shitty information that you're getting, and you're not coming up with your own fundamental way for us to solve this. And this shouldn't be a partisan issue. I read this book called Biggest Lies Told in the History of Christianity, and it really didn't have much, it had some to do with Christianity, but it had a lot more to do with culture. And they talk about 100% topics where, we have topics where 100% of people should be able to agree on that. The example they used in the book was American child homelessness. Everybody in America, nobody wants American children to be homeless, or for that matter, any children, not just American children. But it's used on the left and it's used on the right as a partisan issue. So you divide people on a 100% issue.
I think, hearing that, I think people don't pay attention to themselves locally, or at the state level. They focus on a national level, and it's like, dude, check on your neighbor, bro.
Well, and that's the thing about it, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to wear this shirt is, I think if we just get back to, at the end of the day, just being good to people, it really, we're such a divided nation right now, and I don't think our current administration is necessarily helping that. But to say that it's the fault of our current administration, I mean, look at Columbine. Look at the shootings that happened when Obama was in administration.
Oh yeah, dude. It's been happening.
Look at all it doesn't matter if there's a Democrat or Republican in office. These things are happening.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I don't think we've hit the nail on the head yet as a nation where we need to get back to caring about each other and loving each other, whether you're a Democrat or Republican or whether you believe in abortion or whatever. You know, we all have the right to believe our own things, but we get into this culture to where we demonize everybody who disagrees with us. Mm-hmm. And it creates this divisiveness within our culture that's a cancer. Like, it's a cancer within our culture right now.
That's the biggest, I agree 100%. I think one of the nastiest things people do is, you know, for example, they'll state something like, these awful shootings, we need to ban all these sorts of weapons. You know, this type of weapon is awful, we need to get rid of it. And then if you even have a minor disagreement with that, their next response will sometimes be, oh, well, then you must not care about the lives lost in this incident. And it's like, you know, come on, man. Like, stuff like that, I saw that all over today on Twitter. Again, it's the same thing over and over again. Anytime one of these big shootings happens, or a couple of them, boom, boom, back to back, it's trending on social media. People start bickering. It's just bickering back and forth. It's a whole bunch of bark, and nobody ever wants to try and actually, like Alex was saying, just, you know, let's cut the bullshit. Let's stop saying radical things to get attention, and let's actually figure out, you know, a solution to this. And the worst thing is that as soon as someone says a solution, it kind of depends on that person's background. If their beliefs don't perfectly align with yours, then that must not be good enough. Yeah.
I think it's ridiculous, man. Like I said, to me, I think people need to stop paying attention to the national government. What news outlets put on a national level. It's like, hey, dude, pay attention to your local government. You know how many House reps or how many state senators and House reps or representatives do you have? You know what I mean? How many do you have? In class, hearing some people with the budget spending about the military not getting paid or something like that. And they were talking about that and the border wall, how Trump was asking for a state of emergency and everything like that. And he's asking for that, and on top of federal workers not getting paid, but they're like, no, we're not going to give Trump that. And I'm thinking, like, dude, but people aren't getting paid. So, you know, like, what's going on? But they get so, like you're saying, like, so freaking, like, ugly. And it's like, dude, is it this, man? How much is that affecting you? You know?
It's ridiculous. I think, Alex, you go ahead, because I think we were about to say the same thing.
Well, I was just going to say, it gets to the point where people want to rip each other's heads off. You know, we live in this culture where so many of us, and I'm not talking about the three in this group, because I think we're all pretty straightforward, honest people, and we think, hey, if my idea is wrong, I'll be the first to listen to you and say, hey, if there's a better way, I'm all for it.
Please change my mind, because I can't be right about nearly I can't be right about everything. So please, give me some information. Yeah.
But we don't have conversations anymore. We get into these screaming matches where if you don't believe what I have to say, and I don't believe what you have to say, you're a prick, you're an asshole, you clearly don't care about, it's like the old verbiage, like if you're not a liberal by the time you're 18, you don't care about humanity.
You have no feelings. I hear that, where they talk like that.
And same thing with Republicans, like if you're not, I've never heard this necessarily, but if you're not a Republican by 18, like you don't care about like capitalism or whatever, But at the end of the day, nobody can admit, hey, I don't know the answer to this. I recognize the problem, and I don't know the answer to this. So let's have an open conversation about it, which leads to B, I know all there is to know about this. This is what we should do. We need to ban assault rifles, and we need to ban semi-automatic rifles. And then the right says, oh no, we need X, Y, and Z, and then you get these two groups that are just like, no.
Yeah, just going after each other.
No, mental health. No, gun control.
A huge problem when it comes to the back and forth bickering like that is people, I think, make it personal. They align who they are with what they believe, and that you can't do that. You can't see another person or yourself as what you think when it comes to political issues. I mean, come on, like you can't hear someone say something against something that you believe, or a way of running a government that you like, or a common law that people argue about or something like that, and think that just because someone has a difference of opinion with you that they're attacking you. Because that's not it. You shouldn't do that to yourself.
It baffles my mind that people really believe that they're going to win other people over by saying you're dumb, you're ignorant. If you don't believe this, it's like, well, okay,
dude,
now
I totally agree.
And kind of like going into like the next, not getting there yet, but like going into the next topic, like watching the Democratic debate is like watching 2016 all over again, man.
Dude,
like
all they talked about was free healthcare. That's all they talked about.
It all over again, and every time, and again, the right does it just as much as the left does. I'm not trying to like say one side's better than the other. I'm really not.
That's what I've currently watched.
But at the end of the day, every time one of those leftists gets online and says all white people only care about themselves or only care about their white culture, there's going to be another person on the right that says, oh, I can't believe they'd say that. I'll vote for Trump twice now if I could. You know? Like, you're being so counterproductive. Like,
try to understand.
Any good.
How many times can we vote?
I think that goes to empathy.
Can I get my dog registered to vote for Trump this year? God damn it.
Yeah, right. I just think people lack empathy, man, like that. Like they're not really looking, they're not trying to listen. They're only there to respond.
Yeah.
They're not listening. You know what I mean? And that's a lack of empathy, man. That's them not hearing that other person talk. And just have an understanding, like you both said, like, agree to disagree. There's another way of thinking. That's another perspective. That's empathy. You're thinking about that other individual, and you're respecting their point of view. The world's going to keep turning. It's like people think that the world's going to stop or something.
At some point, I hope, I pray, I really do believe though that the MSNBC and the CNN and the Fox and these very clear one-sided or biased sources of information are going to be looked at the same way that we look at like a reality TV show or something like that. I think in the future,
dude,
like, I don't know, 50
bro.
years, 100 years, it might even be like 20 years. I think as a culture, I think we'll all get to the point where we're like, all right, that's some clear bullshit. We're smarter than that. We're not going to fall for it. It's like those commercials where you see in the bottom it says that the people aren't actors, like those Ford commercials that says that they're not actors. It's like, those people are actors. Come on, you do not act like that.
If you could read off a teleprompter everything you're supposed to say, and with a touch of your own little knowledge, like, you're an actor, dude.
People could just if they could just take the blinders off and open up a little bit and just listen to other people and be able to broaden their horizons a little bit. I mean, in a perfect world, that's what everyone would be doing, but unfortunately, and I think there are like 99% of people, probably 95% of people are like us, that we want to see everyone's point of view and we want to agree, like we want to be able to agree to disagree if we have to. I just think the radical and the extreme people are the ones who get all the attention.
Dude. Yeah, that goes to news though. That goes to them being, like I said, on Facebook. And like you were saying, Mac, we're like, the money, if there's a lot of money, these people are professionals, bro.
Yeah.
They're going to say the right words. They're going to put the right words in right context to get you to listen and to keep you watching and to piss you off.
Yeah.
Really, when I'm watching the news, it's like, man, this is so good. Like, this is so bad, it's good. Like, in the sense, like, I want to keep watching this.
Yeah.
Because it's just there's so many bad things happening around the world. It's crazy, you're going to keep watching it. It's ridiculous.
I want to circle back to something Alex said earlier. He said that we were doing this podcast to like try and influence people to be good people, and that's not me, man. I just want to talk about alien bugs. I just thought we were going to talk about aliens the whole time.
Yeah, right.
Dude, we gotta move past the alien ass at some point in time.
Like I said, dude, they're all getting. Just know, dude, if you take me, dude, if there's aliens and you take me where there's aliens, I'm gonna try to shoot them, dude. Every single one of them, bro. We're not friends, man. We're not friends. Like, oh yeah, we come in peace. Like, yeah, dude. My little happy American ass says different, dude.
What if you see Matt clapping cheeks with an alien and you're like, oh, well, that looks kind of good. Like, that looks like it could be.
Dude, when aliens come through and I see them, they're getting shot. Not even asking questions like, Mac, hurry up, dude. Hurry up. We don't have time.
With a nice ass.
Yeah,
Shoot her. We're friends now.
Dude, she has such a nice little tushy, man. Come on.
She listens to cool music.
Alright, she can stay alive. The rest, yeah.
Vibe together.
Sorry about it, man.
She can live in my basement.
Yep. Cool.
She just can't make too much noise, or else Aaron will get mad.
Feed her Oreos, you know what I mean? Feed her some cookies.
Make her some dinner. Go down with a plate. A cheese quesadilla and some apple juice, some apple slices.
Have like a little doggy door where you just like slide it in like she's in a prison. You know what I mean?
Halloween will be here before you know it, man.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love Halloween.
What are you trying to be for Halloween?
Dude, if I'm, like, I have one idea, but it's super basic. Like Steve Harrington, wear like a Scoops Ahoy costume from Stranger Things.
Dude, I'm gonna ruin it, and I'm gonna tell you I've never seen Stranger Things.
Oh shit, it's a good show. You should watch it. It's
one
of those popular shows, but it's really worth the hype.
I get bored with it, dude. I get bored with seasons, man. I get bored. I'm just.
I'm gonna get into why you're incompetent enough to watch Stranger Things.
I'm gonna tell you, dude. I'm gonna quote Clark Gable, bro. I frankly don't give a damn, dude. Like, I don't like.
Frankly, I don't give a damn.
Did you just quote?
Clark Gable, dude, Gone with the Wind, bro. Yep, that's me, bro, right there.
So by your name.
Huh? Oh yeah, right. Frankly, yeah, I should. Yeah, I'll change it. I'll change it right now. Frankly, my dear, I just
quoted Franklin Gable like he was your friend.
Dude, it's because Clark Gable is the man, bro.
Gable, I said Franklin Gable. I've never seen Gone with the Wind.
You've never seen it? That's like, that changed American cinema, bro.
Yeah,
you're ignorant. Movie. That's what I gotta tell you, dude.
Oh,
you're ignorant.
You want to talk to me about American cinema when you've never seen Stranger Things?
A low budget season? Has that thing won Oscars, bro? Has that thing won Oscars, dude? Dude.
I'll throw this right through the screen, bro.
Dude, I'm taking 2 shits in your house, dude. 2.
Yeah. Oh god. And then with me pooping, that's gonna be 3 poops.
Yeah, that's a lot, dude. That's a lot of poops.
House again.
It's a lot.
You're never coming to my house, period, Austin. So there you go.
Dude, yo, Matt,
I'm setting my security on. Simply Safe, shout out. Maybe we could get sponsored by Simply Safe. That'd be dope.
Yeah, that would.
Simply Safe?
Like I really love Simply Safe. It's a great home security
Simply
system.
and safe.
I feel so safe. I feel simply safe.
So creepy, dude. Definitely not getting sponsored.
Yeah, watch me get an email. Mentioning our life.
We're gonna get a cease and desist now.
Yeah, like, sir,
please never mention our company again.
Dear Los Diablos. No more.
Please don't say that again, dude. Please don't.
Politically, what would you summarize yourself as?
I would like to say I'm a libertarian, man. I would like to say that. Just because I think that not enough people, or people don't at all. People probably don't even know who their mayor is. Or even any of that. They don't know who their mayor is, they don't know who their judges are, none of that stuff. So I would think focus more on your local community, eliminate or make a small federal government, focus on a bigger state and local government, because that's what really affects you.
let me rein you back in a little bit. So you're a libertarian.
Mm-hmm.
If you had, this might be a tricky question.
Yeah,
if you
I like
had to vote tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want this question asked to me, honestly. So I don't know if I should ask this to you, but I'll go ahead and ask.
He's gonna vote for Trump.
You can,
Yeah, right?
you can plead the fifth on this, okay?
Yeah, and ask for a lawyer.
Yeah, ask for a lawyer. Always get a lawyer. Don't talk to the feds, man.
Yeah,
or just
never.
like your local police without a lawyer involved. Just watch Making a Murder and then get a lawyer.
I'm trying to see, like, looking at the, when I was watching the Democratic debate, I liked the governor of Colorado.
Well, here's the question that I was going to ask you. Let me circle back around. Mm-hmm. If you had to vote between Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump tomorrow.
Well, of course, Trump. Bernie Sanders, look at his platform, dude.
You're
I want to read his platform.
Hold on. You're saying that very brazenly. There
didn't even have to pay for it, dude.
Hold on. There are a lot of people, I'm sure, that are listening to this podcast right now, a few that I can think of right off the top of my head that would borderline crucify you for saying that.
Dude, my opinion,
well, I know. Hey, listen, we've already talked about vote for who you want to vote for. I'm not going to, at the end of the day, make enemies over something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not even saying that I wouldn't do the same or that I, just from a completely objective standpoint, what would be your reasoning? I mean, why would you vote for Trump over Bernie Sanders?
I would vote for Trump instead of Bernie Sanders because Bernie Sanders wants to raise taxes. So he would have to find a solution to the middle class is going to get taxed. Most people, they haven't thought about how they're going to pay for rent, how they're going to buy groceries, how they're going to have gas money. There's so many intangibles that play that part. Like, your check's going to be small, dude. Yeah, but we have free college. Yeah, dude, but you can't even make it to college. And they're like, oh, tax the rich. Like, dude, good luck. Good luck. I'm all for, like, helping people and free healthcare, all that stuff. But we can't afford it.
Well, let me interject something to what you're saying right now because it's already happened. If we start to tax the rich, those people are going to go to another country.
Yeah.
So we're going to lose. But just to interject a fact into what you're saying right now, continue.
So I need to find Bernie Sanders' platform because the last time I read it, it was like he wanted to. For people who look for investments or assets, like Bernie, who knows, dude? Vermont, I don't know what happens in Vermont, dude. I'm not. Yeah, nothing. Bernie, I think he just says a lot of good things. It's a lot of sound good.
I feel like he says exactly. You said it best in that last statement that you just had. He says a lot of sound bites that make people feel good about, because again, I would love if student debt was just erased tomorrow. That would be wonderful for me.
Oh, dude, you know how you do that, dude? You know how you do that?
How's that?
Join the military, bro.
Well, yeah, sorry. I already said no to, no ice cubes and no showers. Remember that whole thing? So I'm out on that whole thing. God bless our veterans and people that are over there. But I think what you said, he says a lot of sound bites that people are like, oh, that's 100% issue. I don't want student loans. I paid $600 a month for student loans right now. Like, that's ridiculous. But at the end of the day, I do it, and I realize the financial repercussions that our economy would face if we started just handing out money to people. Just saying, oh, well, we're just going to take money from the people who have a ton of money and give it to the people who don't have a ton of money. Well, okay, you can do that for maybe a year until all those people with all that money say, hey, Sweden sounds nice.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll just
Yep.
go somewhere with an offshore's bank account and, I don't have to live in America. I can get dual citizenship.
Yep.
I can spend most of my time here anyway. So
Yeah.
I'll just get dual citizenship and, I'll make my home over offshore's bank account, whatever. And then, I'll spend most of my time here anyway on business.
The midterm elections here in Texas, Beto O'Rourke and Ted Cruz were running, whatever. And, Beto O'Rourke, they asked him, it's like, okay, so they asked Ted Cruz, like, what do you think about social health care? Whatever. And the numbers he threw of how much it would take for us, he's like, if you taxed all the rich people, all the top 1%, 100, or the top, I don't know what percent he threw out there. He's like, but if you tax them 100%, we would only be able to keep social health care running for about 6 months.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the heck? Well, anyways, it comes around to Beto O'Rourke to answer that question because he's for it, and he didn't have an answer. He didn't have he just oh shoot, I wasn't expecting him to say that, And I was just like, dude, it's not a feasible thing for us. We would have to raise taxes, man. We would. And people don't want higher taxes. They like the taxes where they're at, bro.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, I definitely can't get taxed anymore. If I do, it'll the amount that I have on my checks, before I factor in taxes, and then once I actually get my direct deposit, I'm always just like, damn. They tax so much. It's nuts.
And to think, dude, we pay the lowest in taxes in the world, or at least one of them, federally.
Really?
40% tax. Yeah, 40% tax, dude. But that's not to throw in the state tax.
Yeah.
So 40% tax for people who make I think it's a good amount of money. But 420K a year get 40% tax by the federal government. And then on top of who knows what the state tax is for them who make that. Do other countries who have social health care or whatever, all that stuff, dude, they're getting taxed 70, 80%, dude. Norway, all those places, super high taxes. That's at the federal level, dude. Still hasn't gone to however they run their country in the sense of states.
A month,
$55.
Conservative when it comes to a lot of stuff, but that's just because oftentimes I feel like the left does a lot of emotion-based talking points, and their narrative seems to be very emotionally driven and not so much looking at facts and understanding the whole picture, and not just pushing a narrative to get a bunch of attention and stuff.
I don't have anything left on the Democratic debate.
No. Yeah,
I'm tired of talking about politics.
Yeah, me too. We're gonna shorten
polar
all that up to 30 minutes anyway, so.
Good.
Alright, let's talk about astrology. The stars tell me that this week I will meet the right person at the right time, and the person at the coffee shop will make my espresso just the way I want it.
Merc is in Retch.
Merc is in Retch. My Cancer moon is rising.
Freddie Mercury is in retrospect.
This girl, dude, at school, she was telling me to get this app.
Is in the North Stars.
I'm telling you. Look, dude, so this girl, she tells me to get this app. I'm sitting with her at the table, and she's like, yeah, I know make sure you know what time you're born at, and all this stuff.
Oh, I did that too.
I download it, whatever, because I'm there with her, and I put in everything, and she goes through it, and she's like, yeah, it tells you day-to-day thing. I feel like chicks are the only people who are into this. I don't know.
I have it. The pattern. The pattern.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it gives you a daily thing.
To do all that, dude. and like I read it, it's cool, whatever. It was me, you know, like it talked about me, it hit it on a T, cool. Anyways, I see her like the next day, she's like, oh, so what did your astrology thing say today? And I was like, oh, I deleted it. She's like, why? Like, cause I don't care about astrology. I don't know what to tell you, man. My sign's the polar bear. Like, what do you mean the polar bear? Like, it means it doesn't exist and it's not real, just like the rest of it. Like, who cares, man? Like, come on, you don't.
Sign is the polar bear, which means it's fake and it doesn't exist.
Just like astrology, just like that stuff. Like, come on, man. I don't know. To me personally, astrology, I just don't feel the need to lean on some app to tell me how my day's gonna go, dude. Yeah, I just
dude.
Make my day the way I want my day to go. That's it.
Hell yeah.
No.
You gotta create your own destiny, man.
Yep.
The stars and the fucking moons and shit do not give a shit about us, and they have no sort of control over what happens to us on planet Earth.
The stars
at all, dude.
Unless an asteroid hits us.
Nah, dude. We have nukes, bro. We'll shoot that thing out of the sky, bro.
Hell yeah. What if it comes? What if we don't see it? What if it's sneaky?
Sneaky asteroid. Sneaky like a little snake.
Dude, I'll catch it, dude. Like
Austin's gonna catch it.
I got
it, guys.
He's like, man, that just went over your head. He's like, no, my reflexes are too fast.
Oh yeah.
Same thing, dude. Catch it, dude.
Dude, we'll give you a net and you can catch it.
Yeah. I'll get a wind up, dude, and just throw it, dude.
Somebody get this guy a net.
Yeah. Catching your asteroids, bro.
I'm catching this fucking asteroid.
Man.
Chance against Earth.
Nope. I don't know, dude. Like I said, I'll try. I could care less about astrology, dude. Really.
I'm a Scorpio, guys.
Well, actually, the only reason probably why I don't care about astrology is because every time I bring up, like, usually it's the girl bringing it up, like, oh, so what's your sign? I'll be like, oh, I'm a Gemini. Like, oh, Geminis? Oh, bad. That's so bad. I'm like, what? You're like, oh, you get two. All these negative things. I'm just like,
wait, what does it mean if you're a Gemini?
Let me look that up, dude.
I know I'm a Scorpio. I know it means I'm feisty. I can use my stinger if you're not careful. I'll get you.
Careful with the stinger.
Dude, I don't want to get stung, dude.
I got horns, bro.
Okay, let's see.
Horns.
Which one are you?
A Gemini personality is very fun, but like every sign, Geminis have weaknesses. Their strengths are that they are adaptable, outgoing, and intelligent. Oh, it's not giving me everything. I wanted them to give me the shitty parts. Those are the ones, but girls always only bring up that, dude. They're just like, oh, you're like really bad. I can't. They're like, yo, dude, chill, dude. I don't know who Gemini is, man.
That's fucking rude.
Let me see. I hope where their weakness is. Oh, indecisive, impulsive, unreliable, nosy. I'm not unreliable.
You terrible human.
Alright, yeah. Why are we doing this to ourselves, guys? But I'm gonna look up Scorpio bad traits.
Bad traits. But that's all.
Let's get the T, sis.
Yeah, let's get the T.
Yeah.
Get the T out.
T is usually
vengeful.
That's devastated.
Self-destructive.
In so much pain. Yeah, ooh. I'm tripping to right now.
Screenshot of that.
Ooh.
Stop it there.
Don't stop now.
Yeah, it's just getting juicy.
You terrible human. You guys want to know mine? So I'm a Taurus.
I was gonna say no. I was gonna be like no. Yeah. Go. I was kidding you. No, I love you, dude. No. Wait, no.
despite being steadfast and perseverant, are also known to be extremely stubborn and absolutely inflexible. Their inability to see past a set pattern, dog determination? I don't know what that word is. Possessiveness can create an unhealthy and negative atmosphere for them and people around.
Gross.
There could be instances where their possessiveness and their stubbornness own the ground and have
You sound like a dick, dude.
many a downfall. Also, the love for
Right?
good
Just
life
gross,
that
dude.
the firstborn people may have also may be construed as greediness. Possessive and stubborn and greedy and materialistic.
Oh,
There
like
you
we
go.
said, that's the thesis. Possessive.
I'm very possessive. I need all the possessions.
Yeah, right. Some of these things when I read them, I just don't believe them. I'm like, what? Like, how do you believe this?
It's like the whole number neighbor thing.
Aren't you your own person? Yeah.
Look at that
So Scorpios are
Dude,
focused
imagine if you ended up getting married to your number neighbor.
and brave,
Ooh. How
balanced.
would?
Well,
Faithful,
sometimes married
ambitious,
people are number neighbors
intuitive,
because,
but
they like go
on
get
the
self like a new plan like with a new
True.
carrier or something.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine if you were number neighbors with your wife and you just like texted her and you're like, "Hey, number neighbor, this is an internet challenge." Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Did you see that? Did you see that one of that 23-year-old that
And that
texted
13-year-old.
and she was like, "So you're 23 doing internet challenges?" It's like, dude, I got flamed by my number neighbor.
Halloween will be here before you know it, man.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love Halloween.
What are you trying to be for Halloween?
Dude, if I'm, like, I have one idea, but it's super basic. Like Steve Harrington, wear like a Scoops Ahoy costume from Stranger Things.
Dude, I'm gonna ruin it, and I'm gonna tell you I've never seen Stranger
Oh
Things.
shit,
Dude.
it's a good show. You should watch it. It's one
I
of
get
those
bored.
popular shows, but it's really worth the hype.
I get bored with it, dude. I get bored with seasons, man. I get bored.
You know,
I'm just.
I'm to get into why you're incompetent enough to watch Stranger Things.
I'm gonna tell you, dude. I'm gonna
You're not
quote
smart
Clark
enough. I
Gable,
get it.
bro. I frankly don't give a damn, dude. Like, I don't like.
Frankly, I don't give a damn.
Did
Yep.
you just quote? Did you
Clark
just
Gable,
quote?
dude, Gone with the Wind, bro. Yep, that's me, bro, right there.
You
So-
go by your name.
Huh? Oh yeah,
Clark
right.
Gable?
Frankly, yeah, I should. Yeah, I'll change it right now. Frankly, my dear, I just
you just
don't.
quoted.
Damn.
You just quoted Franklin Gable like he was your friend.
Dude, it's
You
because
got
Clark
the
Gable is
first
the
name.
man, bro.
Gable, I said Franklin Gable. I've
Yep.
never seen Gone with.
You've never seen it? That's like, that changed American cinema, bro.
Yeah,
You're
it's a good
ignorant.
movie.
That's what I gotta tell you, dude.
Oh,
You're
you want
ignorant.
to talk to me about American
A
cinema when you've
Stranger
never
Things?
seen Stranger
A
Things?
low
Please.
budget season? Has that thing won Oscars, bro? Has that thing won Oscars, dude? Dude,
I'll throw this right through the screen, bro.
dude, I'm taking 2 shits in your house, dude. 2.
Yeah. Oh God. And then with me pooping, that's gonna be 3 poops.
Yeah, that's a lot, dude.
Again,
Mac,
I'm
you
setting my
need a...
security alarm. Simply Safe,
Well-
shout out. Maybe we could get sponsored by Simply Safe. That'd be dope.
Yeah, that would.
Simply Safe.
Like
I
if we-
really love Simply Safe. It's a
What
great
is Simply
home
Safe?
security
Simply
system.
and safe.
I feel so safe. I feel simply safe.
So creepy, dude.
Christ, what the fuck?
Definitely not getting sponsored.
Yeah, watch me get an email. Please
I'm
stop mentioning our life.
We're gonna get a cease and desist now.
Yeah, like, sir,
Please
don't
never
use...
mention our company again.
Dear Los Diablos.
Yeah.
Is there anything you
No
want to
more.
wrap up with?
Oh, man.
General wrap up. Or just general wrap up.
Nope, just safe sex, dude. Safe
Yeah.
sex makes great sex, dude. Better wear that latex or get that late text.
Ooh.
That's Lil Wayne, dude, coding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's already been written for sure.
Mhm.
Anyway, be good
Yeah.
to your neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
And we thank you so much for listening. Like, subscribe, comment, flame us, love us, do whatever you want to do. And we'll see you next week.
Yep, stay tuned.
Yeah,